Oh, it is. All right. Peace and blessings. It's your boy, ChefSouL. Listen, man. Wow. Hey, I'm about to drop some of the realest words I ever spoke on this here podcast, man. This podcast. Give me a second. I got to center myself. Give me a second, please. I got to center myself real quick. There's a picture that was coming in as the podcast was coming on of an angel. I'm doing this for the Spotify listeners that wouldn't be able to see the visual. That's why you got to go to YouTube. And please, I'd appreciate it if you click like and subscribe. But a black man as an angel, an African-American angel with a sword, and he's kneeling. And this is like my spirit warrior, man. This podcast, again, was going to be about something else. But I got to lay my sword and shield down, man. Man, I am an angry person inside. You know, nobody's all one thing. We all got within us the propensity to be good, evil, good, bad. My elder used to say, no matter how righteous and good of a person you are the devil in somebody's story. Somebody you had a bad interaction with, somebody you didn't do the right thing with or whatever. I'm a good person, man, but I can't front. I've been mean. I've been aggressive because I've been angry for a long time, man. As much as I do this podcast to try to promote health and wellness through the lens of my personal experiences as well as my academic knowledge and studies, I also do this for me because it's like a continuing form of therapy. I do have therapists and people that I trust with my mental health and wellness. But I also have things throughout a day, little, not games you play, but just little tools to be able to use. This is a tool for me too. And I'm hoping it's a tool for somebody. I really hope to help somebody. Because if you like me, man, if you got built up anger inside over years of hurt, abuse, or even just, if people say you aggressive, if people say you mean, If people like don't want to be around you, they ostracize you. Like, nah, this dude is like a a-hole. Like, nah, he just, And being from Philly, man, having lived in other states, we definitely different, man. Like, um, the way I use my hands to talk and the vernacular I use, I could say something like, man, this boy made me want to strangle him, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna strangle nobody, you know what I mean? Like, but I can understand now that's hard for somebody not from where we from might be like, this boy strangling people. Nah, it's not like that, man. So I really be trying to watch my mouth, man. Like, and so look, man, I think Erica Badu might have saved my life real quick, man. Like, man, I almost jammed myself up about an hour and a half ago. I don't call people my superiors, but so I'm gonna say managers and supervisors. So I'm a mercenary. I'm a culinary mercenary. I got my own business and my own things that I do. I got a couple partnerships, but I also give my time in exchange for payment for my services, for a company where I'm not the head, I'm not the boss. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like the word boss. I'm not the manager or the owner. You know what I'm saying? So this gentleman is one of the, let's say, executive managers, two executive managers actually. Had to have a meeting with them because of some things that I said that I thought was right and innocuous. And I'm gonna try to briefly explain, like, when you in this business, right? You got what's called utility workers, and they are dishwashers, but they also clean the kitchen and clean the facility as well. They may be caught up on their dishes, so it's not uncommon for them to do some type of deep cleaning or whatever. Every now and again, the cooks might be involved in some deep cleaning, but for the most part, if you got utility workers, that's utility work. So one, word comes to us that a half hour before closing, we got to deep clean the kitchen. I'm like, shit, who? A grown ass man. My time is the only thing I got that I control, my most valuable asset. I give you a straight honest eight, bro. Like, what you mean? Deep clean the kitchen. So as I was walking past the dishwasher, I was like, my man, let me ask you something. Is your position, are you a dishwasher or a utility worker? He said, my position say, my title say you utility worker. I was like, damn, we got utility workers that don't do utilities. All they do is wash dishes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a real dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So now I understand that I might have said it in what might be partaken as a not aggressive, but maybe a mean. But anyway, somebody heard it. Somebody ran back and told these supervisors, so they bring me in for this meeting. Now, first of all, I'm like, don't have nothing to say to me about nothing. I'm a professional. I'm good at what I do. I bring value to the table and I do my work. Okay, I'm not above reproach. If I did something that's out of the scope of what we doing here, then I will answer to that. I was like, but I asked this dude a question. Why is everybody tight? And and then I asked another question, and I mean, I'm like, yeah, what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a week, 2 days, even yesterday, somebody could have said, hey, tomorrow I need y'all to deep clean the kitchen. Okay. Well, even then, but a half hour before closing, now that's odd. That's very odd. Remember, I've been an executive chef and I'm a manager and supervisor. And so I do this, man. That's very odd. A half hour. So as I'm speaking, this gentleman says I'm being unprofessional. And I'm like, nah, bro, unprofessional was telling me a half hour before closing. I got to stay. I still stayed and cleaned the kitchen and did an immaculate job because I'm a beast. But I'm saying, unfortunately, what always happens is lost in the translation of what I'm saying is my aggressive tone, the way I'm stating things. I have lost so many arguments, man, or discussions because the point that I'm trying to make is lost in the fact that maybe I'm using my hands when I'm talking to somebody like, well, why you gotta use your hands when you're talking? I feel threatened. Like, hey. So for about an hour ago, I was lit. I was livid because they asked me to leave the building. So you need time to cool off. Please leave the building. But that wasn't it. The brother proceeded to follow me around the building like I'm gonna go postal or something. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, that's when it kicked in. Because in my mind, I'm like, if I wanted to go gorilla in here, like, what would you do to stop me? And that's a very bad thought. That's an unprofessional thought. And it's unfortunately a thought that has gotten me in trouble. I lost one of the most precious positions that I ever held that I highly valued because I let an insubordinate challenge me on a personal level. And I went into the pits with them instead of remaining professional. Now, I didn't engage this person. What I did was walk away to a place I thought was safe and spit some words in the air. But unfortunately, some people heard me and it cost me dearly. It cost me dearly. And I have this ball of anger inside that I have to admit to. Have you ever seen your mother punched in the face with a closed fist by a 6'5" man? I was married to two different women. Well, I'm sorry, I was married to one woman and dated another woman for a period of time that each had different chemical imbalance issues, and they were violent. I've been arrested for disorderly conduct or assault, simple assault, at least 12 times. Each time the cops would show up and I would be trying to restrain this female that I'm supposed to be in love with. But my manhood attacked. I had one of these women run up on me when I had dreadlocks from the back as I was trying to leave from an altercation and snatch one of my locks from the root out, snatch my head backwards in broad daylight. Left the kids in the car 2 blocks away to chase me 2 blocks down the street to snatch my hair out. I'm a severely traumatized person. And that's why I took to this route of holistic wellness, of studying to show myself approved. Because I'm going to beat this thing, yeah. I am going to heal and I am going to help other people heal, yeah. Before I leave this rock, I seen my mom have her hands put on her and I put my hands on another woman. I'm sorry. Damn, I told myself I was gonna fucking break down, man. So, excuse me. Man, this ain't a motherfucking game out here with you. Oh, you playing with you motherfuckers, man. Real fucking human being, man. I put my hands on this woman punched me in the face while I'm going 65 miles an hour down the highway with her kids in the back, man. All about an argument about a Michael Jackson fucking album, man. I almost got my ass whipped by an NFL player that would have knocked me into the middle of next week. I ain't tough, man. I'm 52 years old. My grandmama has 7 daughters. I grew up with women. They ain't have husbands till I was damn near grown. I ain't have no men in my life. I don't know what it's like to go get somebody and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my cousin, my brother to beat you up. I am the cousin and the brother. I'm 52 years old. 12 years ago, my brother took me in the backyard and showed me the proper way to throw a fucking punch. Because nobody ever really, I have fought all my life off of fucking rage. Rage, baby. Rage and fucking anger, son. Trying to prove myself to other black men, young black men coming up. Heathcliff fucking Huxtable is my dad, dog. I'm raised off a fucking TV almost, man. No slate to my mom's, man. I'm fucking angry, dog. My fight or flight response is crazy. I don't go around picking fights and shit, but I go super aggressive, super saiyan. Once I detect or feel like somebody is trying to get over on me, I will back myself against a wall and swing on all you motherfuckers. I ain't tough. I ain't built tough. I'm 5'10". I ain't muscle bound, muscles popping out my head. It is not sweet. I didn't know the technical science of fighting and boxing like a boy coming up, dude, slap boxing. That's why I didn't slap box, because I ain't know how to hold my hands right. You slap me, nigga, I'ma try to fucking kill you. That's a dangerous way to be, man. But that's not me on the surface. So I had to do some deep study and diving, man. My subject tonight was going to be about something else, and I was going to I had to guess was trying to line up. I couldn't get to it because I'm deep cleaning the goddamn kitchen. I have an overwhelming need to defend myself. An overwhelming need to defend myself. There are power dynamics in relationships. Okay. First of all, anything I say to you, I understand the importance of what's called peer-reviewed research. Okay. That means that people in the know that study this and got big degrees and titles know what they're talking about. So when somebody puts out an article or a research article, they co-sign it and say that's law, as opposed to a reporter put out an article. That article could be tainted with the bias or the prejudice of the writer. So peer-reviewed research. What I spit is peer-reviewed research. Bank on that shit. I went through this vein so that when I speak to people, it would be accepted. I got 2 degrees in what I'm talking about and a vast life of experiences. Power dynamics and relationships and interactions. There is a responsibility on the giver of a message. Both parties in communication have a responsibility. The responsibility of the giver is to be clear, concise, not offensive. And it's best to use some type of what's called cultural sensitivity. Try to understand the person you're speaking to and gear your words, your nonverbal communications toward that person. People in the sports world know, even coaches will say, you can't really coach every player the same way because everybody is a little different. Deion Sanders ain't get coached the same way as Emmitt Smith. Everybody see Dennis Rodman do what he want on the sideline. You don't coach him the same way you coach Mike and them. All right? So a good leader should understand those type of things. But there are power dynamics. I understand the dynamic of a new chef trying to establish his power and his position. I understand that, but I'm also an OG in the game. There's no reason to talk to me a certain way. There's certain things you don't need to say to me. And I'm gonna ask legitimate questions because I'm a boss. I walk, talk, and work like a boss. Find 2 people that can match me. I work like a Mexican had a baby with a Jamaican. No slight to my Mexican and Jamaican folks. Y'all work hard. I'm giving you props on that. You have to understand the power dynamics. I conceded in the power dynamic my position because at first my response is to attack back. Like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some people are prone physiologically, maybe more prone to arguing and fighting, which can be usually a mix of biology, environment, and learned patterns. In the amygdala portion of your brain, which control emotions, some people have a more reactive threat detection center in the brain, and they perceive challenges and insults faster and more intensely. Check that out. That's me. If I perceive that you are saying something smart, I like to say I'm only an asshole to other assholes. Because if you say something smart to me, I got to double it up. I'm the person that if you swing, I got to swing twice because I got to go another step above you. It's a dangerous thing. That can be a dangerous, volatile thing, man. way of thinking. But I'm like, if I know you're going to try to come do something to me, I might do it to you first. But then I'll get in trouble because they'll be like, you, what, I'm supposed to let you do it to me first and then respond? But that don't make sense to me. If I know that you about putting me in a threat. But again, the amygdala that control emotions. I'm a Scorpio. I'm an emotional being. So what? I've been this way 52 years. The moon, which holds sway over the waters of the earth, Scorpio being a water sign, my emotions can go like this. I'm a lot to handle in a relationship. I understand it. I have deep conversations with the women I've been in love with. Lower prefrontal cortex control. The prefrontal cortex helps regulate impulses and calm emotional reactions. If it's less active or slower to engage, angry or defensive responses can come out before reasoned ones. Check that out. That's me. Is that you? Neurotransmitter levels, low serotonin and high dopamine on that dope can tilt the balance toward impulsive or aggressive behaviors. I wonder if that's what happened when I punched Tuffy in the stomach. Tuffy was the neighborhood bully in the Richard Allen projects. Everybody got a little bully in their neighborhood. Tuffy, they said, could crush cans in his head. He got hit by the trolley and got back up. All type of silly shit. I should put his regular name out there. I ain't gonna do that to the boy. Tuffy was the bully. I was scared of Tuffy. Tuffy made me eat dirt when I was little. I didn't know how to handle it. So what? But I tell you what, when Tuffy took Shanessa Davenport's hat, I punched that nigga in the stomach. My response, I cannot see a woman cry. If I see a female cry, it breaks me down. Especially if I'm near and if I'm responsible, it melts me. Why? Psychological. My mother, seeing my mother get beat on and not really be able to help her. Psychological. You want to get me? You start crying. I'll be in an argument, and women knew how to use this against me. I'll be in an argument with them. They'll break out crying. I soften all up and take all the blame and this and that and the third. Testosterone, got a lot of that. Often linked to dominance seeking behavior. High baseline levels can make competitive or confrontational responses more likely. Me and this chef. Two alphas, two wolves, and cortisol. Cortisol, chronic stress can keep cortisol elevated, pinning the body for fight mode and making calm discussion harder. Interestingly, low cortisol in some individuals is linked to fearlessness and greater risk taking, which can also feed into confrontations. Yeah, that's me, man. All the way. Me and the football player. Me and the football player. I felt embarrassed. This dude big, you know what I mean? I said, all you NFL niggas can catch shots. You ain't impervious to bullets. Now, that's not a good thing to say. I ain't no thug. I ain't no hood dude like that. That's not a good thing to say, man. It's a very threatening thing to say, but this man put me under threat. This man made me feel threatened. Off of something stupid. Off of fucking bacon. I'm gonna tell you the story one day. In order to tell it, I gotta tell you all the details. But your nervous system reactivity, you don't understand the nervous system, your brain and your spinal cord, or your central nervous system. Then you have your peripheral nervous system, which is all the other nerves. Now, in the peripheral nervous system, you have the autonomic nervous system. But the importance about that is that your fight or flight response happens in that part of the nervous system. That thing that makes you that makes you perceive a threat and be like, this is how I'm gonna act on it. This is what I gotta do. I need to fight or I need to run. I need to walk out, walk away. Imagine somebody with all them descriptions that I just previously stated. Imagine somebody with all of that going on at the same time. All those dynamics. For the people not watching, that can't see on Spotify, I'm pointing to myself. This guy here. Imagine somebody with all three of them. Genetics and epigenetics. Certain genetic variants in the MAOA gene. I'm not going to get into all the, I got a lot of big fancy words. This is what I'm going to say. This joint is called the warrior gene. There is a genetic variant, a MAOA gene, nicknamed the warrior gene, and is linked to stronger aggression responses, especially if combined with early life stress or trauma. Let me tell you something. In 2016, I woke up and my girl was sitting on the edge of the bed, smoking a Black and Mild down to the wood tip. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she was shaking. It's about 5 a.m. She says, "You just scared the living shit out of me." I'm like, "What? What? I was asleep. What are you talking about?" This woman said, "You jumped up about 10 minutes ago. You jumped up out of your sleep, stood at attention like a soldier in like a Wolverine pose." Okay, I ain't even gonna do it because the people on Spotify ain't gonna be able to. But basically, with my chest out and my arms back, with my fist clenched real tight, and like a soldier. And she said I was growling as if I was speaking to somebody, like I was having a conversation, but it wasn't a language she could understand. And she said when she spoke to me, I looked at her and growled real hard, like. And then I laid back in the bed and went back to sleep. And I'm like, "You're crazy. What are you talking about?" I have had several of my exes and girlfriends tell me that I will be asleep and do something like put my arm in the air, like I'm reaching up for something, and leave it there for like a half hour in a dead sleep. I could not tell you what is going on up in there. Are you like me? You wake up on the edge sometimes. You just wake up just angry. Yo, even in the midst of successes, having bread, having everything you need, do you still sometimes wake up angry, yo? Just like, I dare somebody to say something to me today. When you say that, somebody is going to say something to you that day. You're going to invite that in. Are you like me? I truly hope not, but I know it's got to be some people out there like me. You hurting down there, man. One of the key tools that I got to put into effect more, I learned this and I didn't use it. You know what I'm saying? My elder would say, if you be like, "I know I'm supposed to do such and such," he'd be like, "You don't know, because if you knew better, you do better." And so I know better. I learned a valuable tool to go back to a point in time and forgive yourself and forgive the people around you. To have a conversation, try to have a conversation with younger self. "David, you was only a child. You couldn't protect your mother the way you wanted to." You know what I'm saying? There's a man I grew up with. I hate his guts, or I'm gonna say this: I hated his guts. He put me in a position of fear. He made me fear him. One of the only two people on this planet that I've ever feared. Like, yo, I'm scared of this dude. And I was a teenage boy coming up, and I'm not even going to describe him or say his name. I don't bang with him. And matter of fact, I keep seeing friend requests from him on social media, and I don't bang with this boy, with this dude. He put me in a position of fear. He swung on me, and I ain't swing back. And I didn't like that position. And so for me, a little pang of fear will turn into anger and aggression. Now, from them years of being with, I already had a therapist tell me I have severely PT. I have the same amount of PTSD as a person who's been to war. who done strapped on the United States colors and went and fought. I got the same amount of PTSD as somebody who's been in a bad war. The violence of Philly streets, the craziness of youth, the 90s, it's a lot. And it's no big me, little you. It's a lot of people out there with even, oh, whoa. I know. I humble myself to the idea that there's people who, man, I got a friend, man, whose mom was on that stuff, man. We come in after playing basketball one day to get something to drink. His mom is doing the thing with the big drug dealer of the neighborhood. And that hurt him, and I could see the hurt in his eyes, and I could see the rage building up. And he wanted to run in there. This boy got soldiers all over the place. He that man in that neighborhood. His mom was doing that thing, and everybody around the neighborhood used to say his mom was on that stuff, and she was doing this to get some of that stuff, you know what I mean? And that was my friend. That was my boy. We ain't have to talk about it. Come over to my house, get some water, you know what I mean? I've seen grown men cry, man. Today, brothers and sisters, today, I swear on everything that's inside me, I lay my sword and shield down. I heard Erykah Badu, Bag Lady, came on my Spotify mix, and I just want to thank that beautiful sister. First of all, quick story, I made Erykah Badu her birthday cake in 2012. Yeah, she came to Philly to perform. Her people was like, yeah, found East Eden Catering, which I was the executive chef for. We used to make vegan cakes from scratch. I still can. I just leave the baking stuff to other people because I do so much other cooking that baking is its own thing. And it takes time and focus, and you got to do it right. You know what I mean? So, but I made Erykah Badu a very beautiful birthday cake with edible flowers on it. It was purple and white. I still remember it. It was a cranberry. It was like basically like a cranberry cake with an orange buttercream icing, all vegan, you know what I'm saying? And it had purple and white flowers all around it. The icing was white though, you know what I mean? So, um, anyhow, my business partner took her the cake down to, I think she was at the Wells Fargo Center, if I believe, performing in 2012. Her birthday is like a couple days before my son, if I'm not mistaken, like a week before my son's birthday. But anyway, long story short, I didn't get a chance to meet the sister, but she did send her regards to me. And for the record, I think Erykah Badu is a spectacular sister, all the way around, beauty, brains, her whole personality. Like, I'm a boy that will shoot shots. If I ever was around Erykah Badu at my younger, I would have shot a shot, boy. I will take shots, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Miss Badu. But when I heard Bag Lady, I felt of myself as the male version of that. Like, man, I got to put some of these bags down, man. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my spiritual bag and I'm going to pray and meditate. And when I see this chef again, you know what? I learned it's not even important to get your point out. Sometimes you don't even have to make your point. Sometimes it's just better to go ahead and let it go. If you understood the voices that I have to smack down in my head, I'm putting all that down, man. I don't want to be aggressive and I don't want to fight nobody, man. I don't want to fight, man. I'm here to heal people. I forgive. I forgive that dude, man. You know what? I forgive you right now, dog. I forgive you right now, dog. And you know what? It's important for me to say this brother's name. He may not even watch this podcast. But the brother I'm talking about from my youth, I'm going to say his name because I don't know what he been through in his life, man. And that was a moment in time. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe we ain't got to be friends or nothing. But I'm going to tell you what, boy, I'm going to put this axe down with you, boy. Kevin Jones, I forgive you, man. You put me in a bad spot that I didn't like, man. over some nut shit. But dog, I forgive you, man. Them women that I was married to, man, I forgive y'all, man. We was young and learning ourselves, you know. I forgive y'all, yeah. I forgive y'all. I do, man. I forgive y'all, man. I do. I'm sorry for putting my hands on y'all when I did, whether it was defense or not. I forgive y'all. I forgive my man I had the food truck with. My man pulled the gun out on me in the middle of service. I feel like he was jealous that I was working 16 hours on the food truck, man. Like, and so the people knew me and they didn't really know him like that. You know what I mean? So when he was trying to communicate with some people in the middle of a rush one day, they was like, nah, fuck out of here. Where the chef at? We had a good thing going, baby. And in the midst of an argument, man, my man pulled a gun out on me, man. I got off the truck, you know what I mean? That shit hurt. Dog, I forgive you, man. I let the anger about it go, man. My position that I lost, my employers didn't back me up, man. That's just my truth. Y'all didn't back me up. Y'all let this person be insubordinate to me. And in this one day, I mean, from the time I came in from 8 a.m. till about 3 p.m., this person just kept doing stuff like loudly and demonstratively being insubordinate, saying personal stuff about me. And when I would get near them, they would start saying rap lyrics that had violent themes in it. And I fucking lost it. Woo, Lord Almighty. I didn't even say nothing to the person. I went out back and said some words in the air. Somebody that we work with, not even a customer, somebody we work with heard it, ran back in and told the boss. I ain't even gonna tell you how 3 days before that, not only did I get a raise, but they showed me the metrics of how I had damn near tripled their income, all the metrics and data involved with the growth in sales and retention and all of that. Just 3 days prior to the incident, bro. Fucking crazy. I forgive y'all, man. I let that shit go. I got nothing but good shit to say about y'all. I'm gonna put y'all out there too. Dr. Montgomery's Garden Kitchen, Houston, Texas. I got no beef with you, man. I apologize for whatever I may have done if it brought any negativity to y'all because I love that place. I love the work that I was doing there for y'all. We were saving people's lives. I love Dr. Montgomery. God rest his soul. He just passed away a few weeks ago. Love it, man. To all the staff there, y'all go hit them up if you're in the Houston area. And if you really about this want to live this life and you need food and you need the medical advice. Dr. Montgomery's an amazing dude. He opened a restaurant as part of his health practice. He taught people how to use food as medicine. He was a great man. Long live his legacy. I got no beef with y'all, man. I forgive all the people that didn't protect me. If I did something to you out there, was a broken person. One of the most realist sayings on this planet is that hurt people hurt people. And I'm very sorry, yeah. And I hope you don't carry it and it don't mess with you. I hope I haven't disturbed your life in a way that it messes with you, whatever I did to you. That's the realest shit I ever say, yeah. I'd much rather be your friend and a positive in your life than anything harmful to you. I mean that from the soul. I'm gonna put my sword and shield down today, yeah. Step into you who you want to be. I'm a healer. I see myself as a healer. I don't want war no more. I don't want war. I will, and I'm saying it out there so I can put it out there so that I can be held to it. I will master. I will master the ability to reshape and rephrase what I need to say in communications. I understand your life. I understand what it takes to put food on the table. I understand what it takes to pay bills. I understand what it is to hustle. I understand what it is to build yourself up. And I respect that. Can you also offer that respect to me? You see my shirt. For those of y'all that can't see my t-shirt says heal out loud. We always around here trying to heal out loud, Joe. Take these words to heart. Take these lessons to heart. You may be predisposed to having the warrior gene. You may be your uh, peripheral nervous system, your autonomic nervous system, your fight or flight response. It may be a bunch of factors that set that thing off. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Brothers and sisters, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. Thank you for tuning in with me. Please, please, please. Let me just say something real quick, please. I, I'm not. I don't do this podcast. I don't charge a subscription fee. You know, it take a lot of work to do that, but I don't want anything from you, man. I don't want your money. Do you know that if you help me pimp the algorithm by just liking and subscribing my video, even if you don't watch the whole video, can you just, you know why? Because when YouTube start paying me for doing this, I'm going to do so much good thing because I'm going to be able to use that bread. I plan on using that bread. I'm trying to establish programs for the youth and for our seniors because I'm very concerned about their health and nutrition and their diet. And because of my knowledge and experience, I know I can help them. If I could partner with Meals on Wheels to provide vegan and specific, diet specific and chronic illness specific meals for those people, or your child can't eat the regular stuff in school. Well, if I could get with the school systems and show them culinarily how we could, did I just make that up? Is that a word, culinarily? Yeah, whatever. How we could do this and help these children. Do you know when children is undernourished and malnourished, they can't learn. They're going to tell your kid he got ADHD and all that, when for real, he just need to eat a fucking apple instead of a honey bun for breakfast. Can I get an amen? A Pepsi ain't breakfast. In urban cities where kids go to the store in the morning before they go to school on their, route to school, you think they gonna eat an apple? You think they gonna have some fruit? They gonna eat a fucking honey bun, a Pepsi, a Snickers, empty dangerous carbs and stuff. That's why by third period they ready to knuckle. Why is nobody talking about this? But that's what liking and subscribing my videos will do. Okay? I don't want your money, man. I don't want nothing from you. I'm trying to give you something. Come get this knowledge. Come sit at the learning tree and take it. It's for all of us. This has been your boy ChefSouL. This is the smartest podcast in the world. Don't be angry no more, yo. Lay your sword shield down. Peace and blessings.